What you did by giving planning the force of law is give yourself the opportunity to come together as a full community, not neighborhood by neighborhood or by race or by economic class or anything else, but as a full community, a chance to come together and chart the future of one of America's most important and exciting cities. It also means that really for the first time in this city's history, you join other cities that have the kind of confidence in their future to give the plans that neighborhoods create and for their own neighborhoods and for the whole city the force of law, because it is cities with growing economies that believe in themselves that take planning seriously.
We are master planning for the first time in this city with the force of law. Ladies and gentlemen, this takes the politics out of the process. This puts it in the hands of the professional planners. This puts it in your hands by the force of law. No longer do you have to worry about where we have vast expansions of land that for economic development, as they'll call it, in comes a landfill. No longer will you have to worry about economic development in the form of a truck stop. That's over. That's over because it's not done in wise planning. It's over because there's no more coming to the council, kissing the ring, and changing the zoning. Am I correct? Let's tell it like it is, okay?
Preserving, again, doesn't mean freezing in place everything. It means preserving what you love and improving what isn't perfect. And one of the things people have talked about is the importance of bringing services to neighborhoods, whether they're schools, crime prevention, libraries and community centers, that people, this is a walkable city and people want services in neighborhoods they can walk to. New Orleans is a city that for a fraction of the dollars that any other city is asking for in America today could probably build just about every transit project that has been advocated. It's a city, a streetcar system is a remarkably cost-efficient system, and this is a city where a very large proportion of people don't own cars. And a city with a real commitment to being green and environmentally and sustainable, and nothing makes a bigger difference than people not driving but using transit or walking towards creating a more sustainable footprint for a city, and I think there's a lot of awareness and interest in that here.
People ask the question, what is economic development? How do you measure it? How would we know that we're making progress? One is employment growth. You want to see more jobs in the community. But equally important to more jobs, you want to see better jobs. And per capita income growth would be a measure of that. You see growth in that as an indicator that the quality of the jobs, what people get paid is also going up.
Those that are successful know what they want and they know what is in the way of them getting it. And they're very realistic and objective about that because they recognize that their role in economic development is to be proactive, not reactive. The business doesn't come to the city. The city has to go to the business. The keys to success: clear purpose and be specific. It takes understanding the barriers and finding solutions to the barriers on the side of the economic development team. We must be thinking ahead of our target markets to draw them in. The last thing I want to say is always think outside the box. There's always a solution. It can be done. Sometimes creative strategies are necessary, and often the most creative strategies are the most successful ones.
People don't want to come bring a family here. If it's school, they're going to have to pay for private schools.
We're having these dialogues amongst each other with different neighborhoods, and now we understand, wow, this is an issue that affects me and I don't even live in that neighborhood. But I think definitely we need to try to concentrate on, with the green jobs concept, let's make money on what already exists.
And we just can't think short term. We got to think 10 years down the line. How is this going to affect our community? And one thing, this is economic development, and economic development is all about bringing jobs into your area.
As we move forward as a city, if we don't elect progressive leadership, that we're going to depend greatly on that network of governmental, non-governmental organizations to provide some leadership. That's the first point. The second point is we've got to develop social capital. We have lots of neighborhoods in this town that don't have the organic leadership that's necessary to do what you're doing at this table right now.